Welcome to Vital Biology classes. For new updates, subscribe to the channel Vital Biology. The theme of our channel is Study Now, Be Proud Later. You can join our Vital Biology Telegram group and all the classes, notes, PDFs are available there. Link is provided below in description box. Hello everyone. So this class is for all the second PU guys, but as I know and as you know, the second PU exams have been cancelled. So I'm just continuing this class with the name of kcet, and from today onwards I'll just go through the kcet classes itself, but continuing with this topic itself. Why? Because I already explained about that asexual reproduction and some basic information about reproduction in organisms, right? So today let us continue with the events of sexual reproduction. I have already completed the class up to this slide, right? And another thing, from tomorrow onwards some slide sharing will be changed. Why? Because we are jumping from second PU syllabus to both the first PU and second PU syllabus for the kcet and NEET aspirants for in the basis of kcet and NEET exams. Okay, so I'll just be changing the slides in different way. So this is the last class that in this type of slides. Okay, from next means from tomorrow I'll just change the slides based on the kcet and NET aspirants. Okay, so today let us continue with the events of sexual reproduction. As I told you, the events of sexual reproduction of three stages, that is pre-fertilization, fertilization and post-fertilization. Pre-fertilization event consists of gametogenesis and gamete transfer, and fertilization consists of external fertilization and internal fertilization, right? And the third, that is post-fertilization event, that is post-fertilization event that consists of zygote and embryogenesis. And I have also differentiated between asexual and sexual reproduction, where I think that you have remembered that what I explained in the previous classes, right? Has like asexual reproduction is only uniparent is enough to reproduce the offsprings, and there is no any mating takes place here. And in sexual reproduction, two parents are required for the reproduction of the new individual, and mating is required. Okay, the fusion of male and female is required here, and the gametogenesis is not involved in asexual reproduction. There is no any presence or involvement of the gametes in asexual reproduction, but in sexual reproduction there is the involvement of gametes, like for example ovum and sperm fusion in human beings and in almost all the higher animals, right? This is a fusion, that is a male and female fusion of gametes, that is required here. Okay, till here we have stopped the class, and in the next slide that we can study about only the first event, that is pre-fertilization event. So in this pre-fertilization event, this is the first event taking place before the fusion of the gametes. Why? Because the fusion of the gametes, that is called as fertilization, that is second event. Okay, before fertilization, this is the first unit, that is pre-fertilization event, that occurs before the fusion of the gametes, means before the fertilization. Okay, and this event consists of two stages again, that is gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Okay, so let us see that what is gametogenesis and gamete transfer today. Okay, so first let us take that gametogenesis. Okay, so gametogenesis, gameto means the gametes and genesis is nothing but something that is forming, right? So totally the gametogenesis is nothing but the process of formation of gametes, that is male and female gametes. So these are called as this definition is called as, this sentence is called as gametogenesis. So gametes are haploid. Okay, gametes are haploid and the new individuals are diploid. Okay, so some of the, I have already explained you this. Some gametes, that is isogamete type, and some are heterogamete types. So I have mentioned you here one of the uh, type of algae, that is cladophora, that is isogametes, means they look similar in both the individuals, but one may be male and another may be female, but it's opposite sex. But we can't explain that, we can't identify that which is male and female in isogamous. Okay, so one of the example for isogamous is cladophora. It's a type of algae, it is one of the species in algae. And another one, it is heterogamous in human beings. As I told you in the last slide that this round one is female ovum gamete, and this like a linear in structure, that is motile in males, so male gamete it is. So this male gamete that move from male body to the female body, that is motile gamete. Okay, that is male gamete, that is motile. Okay, that fuse together, and that this fusion is the second event, that is fertilization. Let us study there, but the gamete formation is that ovum and sperm. Okay, so now, as I told you, the process of formation of the gametes, that is male and female gamete, so that is called as gametogenesis, where the formation of gametes taking place. Okay, and all the gametes are haploid in nature. And next, in some organisms like algae, there are almost similar, yeah, as I told you, there are almost similar in identification, so they are called as isogamous. Okay, they are called as isogamous, and can't be categorized that they are male or female gametes, because they look identical to each other, they look similar in structures. And in others, the two gametes are morphologically and physically different in structure, so they are called as heterogamete. Hetero means different, and gametes is already I have told that these gametes are like male and female, so this is the heterogametes. Why? Because they look totally different from each other, right? But in the first one you can see that they both are similar in the structure, where you can't differentiate that this is male or female. Okay, but they are opposite sex, and in this different in structure, and morphologically it's also different, and physiologically it's also different, so it is called as heterogametes. And are of two types, heterogametes are of two types. It may be anthrozoids or sperms. So in humans you can mention the male gamete has sperm, but in that this anthrozoids are seen in the plants. Okay, plants, that too male gamete. And in some, they in females they can also call it as egg or ovum. Okay, so this much about the gametogenesis, and let us move on to the next slide. That is, plant may have both the male and female reproductive structures in the same plant if the both male reproductive gametes or else both male reproductive structures are present in the are present in only one plant, then they are called as monoecious. Then they are called as monoecious. And or else if these both this male and female sex organs are present in the sex organs are the reproductive structures that are present in the different plants, means like in two plants, in one plant that is male reproductive structure, and in another plant if there is a female reproductive structure, then it is called as dioecious. If both the male and female reproductive structures are present in the same individual plant, then it is called as monoecious. Okay, so the next that point tells that in several fungi, terms such as homothallic is used to denote the bisexual condition, and heterothallic is a term used to describe the unisexual. Okay, as I told you, Homo means present in the same individual, okay, same individual fungi, or else hetero means in the different plant or anything that is different. Because okay, so here in fungi, if the male and female reproductive organs are present in the same individual or in the same fungi, then it is called as homothallic, okay. And if the male and female reproductive organs that are present in the different fungi groups, or else in different two individual fungi, then it is called as heterothallic, okay. That is unisexual. In one fungi there will be a one reproductive structure, that may be male and female, and in another one the male may be present, and in one for example, like one organism that consists of female, and one species that consists female and another species contain male. So in different fungi, if it is present, then it is called as heterothallic, okay. If it is present, if both the female and male are present in the same fungi, then it is called as homothallic, okay. So next, third point, in a unisexual flower, a male flower is called as staminate, okay, where the stamens are present. So stamens are the male reproductive organs, and the female flower that consists of pistillate, okay. Also in unisexual flowers means the single individual is the single male reproductive organ present in the single flower, okay. And in the male flower is also that consist of in a single another flower, then it is called as pistillate, where the presence of pistil. So pistil is a female reproductive organ in flowers, and stamen is called as male reproductive structure of reproductive structure, okay. So next point, that is bisexual animals that possess both the male and female reproductive organs, then it is called as hermaphrodite. For example, let us take like earthworm, okay, or else C. elegans, okay, one of the nematode, okay. So in this C. elegans or else any worms like earthworm, these are hermaphrodite. Why? Because both the female and male gametes, or else both the female and the male reproductive organs are situated in only a one individual, or else in the same organism, in only one organism. So it is called as hermaphrodite, that too only in the animals, okay, not in plants. It's it's named as a hermaphrodite in animals, okay. Next, gamete formation takes place by cell division, okay. This gamete formation is taking place by the cell division, like mitosis and meiosis, but here mitosis helps in the formation of the gametes, and meiosis helps in the formation of the cleavage, blastula, gastrula, like next, okay, reproductive phase. And here it is a mitosis, as I told you, the gametes cell division is through mitosis, and in diploid parents, okay. And this gamete formation that is seen in the diploid parents, which produce the haploid zygote, okay. And it is by meiosis with a specialized cell called as myocytes undergoes meiosis, okay. Myocytes is also called as mother cells, okay, that is present in meiosis group, not in mitosis. It's seen in the meiosis, okay. That myocytes means mother cells, okay. So let us move on to the next thing. Like for example, let us take here, okay, these are the diversity of the sexual reproduction in organisms, that too, as I told you, the earthworm, sorry, one second, the earthworm, that is first one, this is a hermaphrodite, where that is nothing but bisexual, means both the female and male reproductive organs are present in a single organism. So this is a single organism, single organism, that is earthworm. So here both the male and female reproductive organisms are present in the same individual. Similar to that, the second one, that is, let us take a cockroach. Okay, here it is unisexual, means one female cockroach that consists of only the female reproductive organ, and the male cockroach that consists of only one reproductive organ, that is male reproductive organ. Okay, so here you can see that this is a female reproductive organ, this much is a female reproductive organ, and this is all about male reproductive organ. So male reproductive organ is called as testis, and female reproductive organ is called as ovaries. So here this is present, these male and female reproductive organs are present in the separate individuals, means separate cockroaches. So it is a unisexual organism. Cockroach is a unisexual reproducing organisms, and earthworms are the bisexual organisms, means both the female reproductive organs are present in the same individual, that called as hermaphrodites. In only animals it is called as hermaphrodite. And next one, that is C, that is Cara. Okay, this is one type of plant that is called as Cara. It's a monoecious. So both the male and female are present, male and female reproductive organs are present in the same individual. So you can observe here that anthridium and gynoecium. Okay, so both the male and females are present in the same individuals. Okay, so it is called as monoecious. And let's move on to the next, D. Okay, that is dioecious. Okay, that are like Markentia. So in Markentia you can observe that the male reproductive organ is present in an individual separate plant, and the female individual reproductive organ is present in the another separate female plant. So these are separate, so it is called as dioecious. Okay, dioecious plant. And finally this is a bisexual flower, that is hibiscus, or else in some sweet potatoes also it's the same. So both the pistillate and staminate is present in the same individual. Okay, so it is called as bisexual. Okay, so I guess you have understood it right now, and let us move on to the next. Sorry, one second. Yeah, this is gamete transfer. Okay, this is a gamete transfer. So how the gametes transfer from one individual to the another individual? For there the fusion too takes place. So here in gamete transfer, the fusion of both the male and female reproductive organs, or else reproductive gametes, that fuse together, and these gametes need to be transferred. For the fusion of both the male and female, for example, as I told you, ovum and sperm, it want to be fused, means the gamete transfer is must required. And in most of the organism, the male gametes are motile. As I told you, this is a male gamete, so this is produced by the male. Okay, that is sperms. So these are almost motile, that moves into the ovum. Okay, this moves here. So, and while the female gametes are non-motile, or else stationary, which cannot move. Okay, motile means which can move, and non-motile means which cannot move. So as I told you, the sperm itself moves to the ovum and fuses together. So, and the male gametes need a medium for their movement. Yeah, it needs some fluid medium, like it may be water or else blood, that requires that takes the help of some fluid. Okay, a large number of the male gametes do not make it to the female gamete. So every sperm that does not reach the female ovum. So if one reaches the ovum and two does not reaches, so there should be thousands of male gametes that are produced to overcome their loss. Okay, so thousands of the sperms are required to particular single ovum. Okay, so this is about gamete and gamete transfer, and let us see how it is seen in angiosperms. Okay, here in angiosperms the pollen grains carry the male gametes and the ovum carries the female gamete. Here in angiosperms, let us take here itself, this is seen in angiosperm. So here these are the pollen grains that carries the, that is named as a male gamete, and that carries and down here the ovum that is present singly. So this pollen grains that moves to the ovum and fuses. So in this way the transfer is that takes place in angiosperms. Angiosperms is nothing but flowering plants. Okay, so pollen grains are produced in the anther. Okay, pollen grains are produced in the anther and need to be transferred to the stigma for fertilization to occur, for the occurrence of the fertilization. Fertilization is nothing but the male and female fuse together to form a new zygote. Okay, in the next slide and in the next class I'll be explaining about the fertilization, and this is very easily called as that is monoecious plants, where both the anther and stigma are present close by. Okay, if a single flower itself consists of pollen grain as well as for example male gamete and as well as female gamete, that is ovule, if both are present in the same flower, then it is called as monoecious plant, and both the anther and the stigma present very closely. And in dioecious plants it is called as pollination. Why? Because the, for example, let us take for the pollination honeybee. Okay, so this is one of the flower and this is another flower. For example, here there is a presence of pollen grain. This pollen grains are carried with the help of the honeybee from one, that is from the male flower to the female ovule. Okay, here the ovule is present. So the transfer of this pollen grains from one individual, means from one plant or from one flower to the another flower, then it is called as pollination. Or else, as I told you, both the pollen grains and ovule, if it is present in the same flower, then it is just simply it's monoecious. Okay, if there is the presence of pollen grain and ovule separately, then it is called as by this transfer, then it is called as pollination. Okay, so I guess this is enough. That is like gamete transfer, that is pre-fertilization event. In the next class I'll be explaining this fertilization event. Okay, so let us stop the class here. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you. All the class notes and other study materials provided in our Vital Biology Telegram group. Link is provided below in the description box. Like, share, subscribe and press on the bell button for the notification of newly updated classes.